Hello and welcome to the very first episode of DGR Game On. Today we are playing Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
Great game. Definitely multiple paths,
Yes.
which was different.
Yes. So I am playing as Joe.
And I'm playing as
Dan
Mac.
is playing as Mac.
Mac Daddy.
We'll see about that. So right off the bat, as you can tell, it's a...
So we're not knowing what we're doing here.
It's a...
it's a problem getting on top to
Yes.
get the boomerang.
Well, we'll come back. We'll find
But basically, all your women have been kidnapped
Yes.
by Neanderthals, and you want to get them back.
Yes, originally this game was called Caveman Ninja, so you're playing as caveman ninjas. And you see, it's just an action platformer. Very colorful, tropical. It was on a bunch of different systems. It was on obviously it was on Super Nintendo, it was on PC, it was on Genesis, and actually, believe it or not, it came out on the NES as well.
Yes, it came out on the NES after the Super Nintendo version.
Which is very strange.
It wasn't as good. I mean, it was colorful and stuff, but it didn't play as well.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the gameplay footage, and it didn't look nearly as... I mean, obviously, the NES had its
power,
limitations.
right, exactly.
But I think the Super Nintendo, from what I've seen, plays closest to the arcade.
Yeah, and they did it, Sega Genesis version of
Yes.
it, but it was done by Takara, not Data East. So it's
Okay.
actually been reprogrammed like numerous times by different companies.
Now this game, it is very fun. It does have its limitations too.
Yeah,
Some of the hit detection's a little off, and things like that. But it's still really fun.
Yeah,
just a
it
fun
is.
two-player beat 'em up.
And then they do have a mode, what is it called, a super mode or
Yeah, where
something?
you can beat each other up.
Right, that you can damage each other.
Dan-
Thanks, Dave.
Dan got the beef,
I need
big
the beef,
slab of meat.
but
I'm throwing the bones.
and I'm just clubbing.
Take him to the bone throne. Yeah, it's very important in order to succeed in this game. You want to get a weapon as soon as possible because it gives you some range to your attacks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can be pretty difficult because your club has very little range. So
That's why he's going to get
Oh.
kissed by the girl at the end.
Dang it, I
can
wasn't-
get in there and get a
wasn't
club or
paying
two.
attention.
And you keep your weapon. I mean, the game actually seems like it was geared more in a younger audience.
Yeah,
I mean, not overly difficult.
No.
You can fall off, though. Later levels, you do fall off.
yeah. Yeah, the platforming, it's definitely not Mario-esque,
No,
but
yeah,
it gets the job done.
It's loose, very loose, but
It's fun. And then there's Dan crying
I
because
am
I got
crying.
the girl.
He did.
Mac Daddy.
And you can set your save points so
Yep.
if you die. I think it's unlimited continues, too.
So we're at the second level here. The levels are short. That was one of the... I read a couple old reviews of this game. People kind of criticize it for how short... You want to get that?
Oh, I do.
I have the bones. So Dan has fire now. But people kind of criticize that the game is short. And...
Well, and it was an arcade game. Most
Yeah.
arcade games ain't very long. They just quarter munch you, stealing your quarters, you know.
I don't mind it though. Oh!
A couple things it did too is when you respawn, you actually can pick where you spawn at.
which is kind of cool.
And when you're in the air, you can actually continue moving, stop, and
Yes.
you know, those are some cool things about the gameplay itself. It was fun.
I don't mind the levels being short. I
Me
kind of
neither.
like it. You know, it's keeps it interesting. You know, the levels don't get overly tedious.
Well, and it's not a game. I mean, we'll sit here and just play it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You know, 5-10 minutes, and you walk away satisfied.
Yeah.
A lot of the newer games and stuff, some of them,
Very
I
true.
mean, it takes a while. The load times are longer than you're going to play in this.
Every level has a boss as well, which is kind of cool. You know, in Mario, you have to play... Oh, giant boulder. In Mario, you play like 3 levels and then you fight a boss. But in this, there's bosses at the end of each level.
And the bosses aren't that tough either.
So they're kind of cool too. So second boss here, giant piranha plant. We shoot seedlings, sprouts. Oh, he's spitting bones
Yeah,
too.
it spits triple bone on you.
Must be eating some Neanderthals. But there is also a sequel to this game, kind of hard to come by. Doing a little research on it. It's one I'm keeping my eye out on. Nice, we beat it. But it's got some like RPG elements to it. You can level up, you can buy stuff. Personally, I think this one looks a little better. Like graphically, the second one looks better, but I think this game
it just seems
plays
better,
a little funner. But
you have different areas you can unlock now too.
Yes,
where,
you have to get a key and you can unlock secret areas. In the Genesis and the NES version, you don't get to pick what path you want to take. It's just it goes from level to level.
Yeah,
you don't get to choose your route. Oh, dang it. Alright, I'm dead. So I'm dead. Dan's on his own.
I'm almost. I got half a heart. I get hit once, I'm dead.
So we're not, obviously not professionals. We're just playing for fun and having a good time. Trying to show you guys some of these old games, whether you think it looks like it's something you'd be interested in or not. So if you like two-player beat 'em ups,
two-player game for sure.
Very light on platforming, but very fun.
And most of the bosses ain't that tough, really. I mean, as I die, as long as you beat the boss.
There we go.
With the,
he's dead. Look at Dan getting the smooch.
Getting the smooch, or old Joe says it's sad.
A little sad.
Throwing the number one up.
I need to get some bones. throw them bones. All right.
Piranhas.
Oh, this level's tough. I remember playing this one. Oh, nice. You got my favorite.
And the weapons are random, really, too. I mean, like one time you come through, it's a flame. Next time you come through, and it's a bone.
I'll take the beef.
Yeah, you need the beef. The wheels are awesome.
T-Rex beef. Yeah, the wheel I think is my favorite weapon. There's a couple different weapons. There's a boomerang, bones, fire, and the wheel. I think that's it. In the second one I saw, they did add some different weapons, which is kind of cool that they expanded upon it a little bit. But the wheel's very does a lot of damage. And it actually rolls up walls and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, it just keeps it moving. Different programming company.
Yeah, like you said, it was... Oh, I'm sorry, I should have...
That's all right.
Should let you get that.
Now this guy will take us and we'll get a key.
Yep, get a bonus level.
I think the Super Nintendo version, probably out of all of them, is the best, for sure.
I remember playing this as a little kid. If I remember right, it was on PC. But
a couple of one-ups.
I'll take one, you take one.
Did I get one?
Yeah, there we go.
And then you get the key up here.
But I do think I remember playing this on the PC back in the day.
Yeah, MS-DOS.
Yep, I remember it.
I mean, a lot of the reviews, too, if you read some of the retro reviews back in the day, too, they were repetitive. Yeah, it probably is. I can agree with that, repetitive. But it's not like you're going to sit here and play this like an RPG.
No, exactly.
For many hours.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
not.
like
It's
that.
not meant to be a 40-hour game. It's
right.
It's a port of an arcade game.
Right.
And I think the length of it is fine. I think if it was any longer, it might. You can get that. If it was any longer, it might be less fun. I think the length is.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Hang.
Pterodactyls. You can ride them. That's kind of cool. If you double tap over, you do this roll. It's kind of cool, and actually hurts them.
Boss coming up.
I think they're sharks, yeah.
The wheels work awesome
You
here.
need to get a weapon, man.
Sorry, just stand by the wheels, man.
The first one, too, if this game kind of looks interesting to you, it's not overly expensive. It's about a $20 card.
Yeah.
Second one's a little more expensive. It's about a $50, $60 card. But like I said, if this looks interesting to you, not too high of an expense on this one. And it's available on a bunch of different colors. It might be a little more pricey on the NES.
I think, but it's not super. It's like 25 or 30
Okay,
bucks.
so it's not too bad either.
It's not. And you wonder, like Little Samson and Flintstones and some of those games, how it was at the end of the life cycle. This game was obviously at the end of the life cycle, and it hasn't climbed.
Yeah, like you said, it came out after
the Super Nintendo version.
Nintendo one, which is kind of cool. Look at you getting them smooches.
And getting lucky, huh? That's all.
So, we're gonna play the next level, and then we have that key. Oh,
It's the Battletoads.
Battletoads inspired level here,
Yeah,
and of course I'm dead.
At least you keep, and that's one thing too. When you come back, I like too, is that you actually keep your weapon. As long as you don't use a continue, you keep whatever weapon you have, and the wheel's the best.
Yeah, I like to keep the wheel as long as possible, but bones aren't bad. I'll take the bones.
Gives you distance.
But as you can tell, that level was super short. We're already at the boss. Loch Ness Monster here. Whatever this thing is. If anyone knows the correct name of this dinosaur,
I don't know. It does look like Loch Ness.
There was actually also a game called, came out on the Super Nintendo, called Congo's Caper. Very similar. It doesn't follow like, Joe and Mac aren't featured in it, but it's made by Data East.
Yeah.
It plays exactly like it. I actually own that. It's very fun. You actually play as a little boy that transforms into a monkey. So it's fun. If you see that one out there in the wild, pick that one up if you like the Joe and Mac series.
Number for next time.
Yep.
This one's a little bit.
So we're in the ice level. Yeah, this one can be a pain.
It's hard to see the spikes. Go ahead and get that. There you go, on fire.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. You can catch the enemies on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a game you got to work together because you have to time your jumps.
Exactly.
If someone's being selfish,
If you jump here, like you'll hit them spikes on your back of the head.
You have to time your jump. So if someone's too far ahead, it makes the platforming very difficult for the second player. You can ride on these.
Oh, you can?
That's all good.
Oh,
see, that was my fault.
that's cheesy. That's all right. I'm just trying to get up here where I can.
Yeah, if you don't get up soon enough, it'll actually auto spawn for you, and if you're over a pit, you'll lose another life. I've done that many a times.
Jeez,
Some spikes there.
That's where you see the controls when it's loose.
Some of the spikes are very hard to see because they kind of blend in with the ice to beat this boss. So.
Here comes a woolly mammoth.
Woolly mammoth. Very graphic when you beat him.
We'll let these go here. Yeah, pieces fall off, if I remember right.
Yep.
Oh, he's ruthless.
Oh, yeah. See,
the fire's tearing him up.
There's his tusk coming off.
Oh.
Oh, boy. His trunk just fell off.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Like how he's calling down.
We did it. Look at that.
Nice.
Nice. Well, now we know why the woolly mammoths are extinct.
Yes, Joe and Mac.
You can thank Joe and Mac for that. I think we're that.
Is that the end?
I think that's the end of the game. So we're pretty far already. I mean, we're over halfway. Oh.
Did I die?
Well, don't worry. I'll be.
No, that's all right.
I won't be far behind. I only have a heart.
Never know. Go as long as you can. Because if you can get by the level.
That's what she says.
Already at the boss.
I probably should have kept the fire, but I like throwing bones. Pretty good with a bone.
Yeah. You know, you're bragging.
Alright, there's no way I'm going to beat this on half a...
Yeah, but we'll be able to continue.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're spanking them.
But as you can tell, it's not... Once you learn their patterns, it's not overly
Yeah,
hard.
they're repetitive. I mean... Look at that. Oh, almost.
Oh! Story of my life. I always choke in the clutch.
Yeah.
Always
but,
choke.
I mean, that's like I said, levels are short.
Yep.
Level design's okay, too.
I think it's a fun game. Worth having in your collection. But the voices are pretty funny in it. When they say "ow," it doesn't seem to fit how you would think they would sound.
Ow, he's got almost done. I'll let you. There he goes.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like the second boss it was.
Yeah. I'll take the kiss right on the nose. Yep. Matt crying.
Freeing the girls, man. Freeing the girls.
All right, so here we go. The music in this game is actually pretty good too. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Accidentally took it. We'll get another one up here.
These ones you gotta watch.
Yeah. This level's kind of tricky because of the...
Because it goes down below.
Oh.
It goes down below the
that was tough.
screen. I'm about dead. Oh. That's cool. You can ride on top of them, though.
I don't know how that just happened, but oh well.
Oh, it's funny. You get a fire.
Oh, nice. Nicely done. Getting the flame-broiled beef. These little things.
Little raptors.
I'll get that. I'll get that for you. Nice.
There we go. Now bones. Throwing bones everywhere.
Throwing bones. Dem bones. Bone thrown. Oh.
No, we're not going.
I think there's a 1-up up here, which you need. Stay alive.
It's alright. Play it to the end. Oh. You need it now.
Every time.
They just roll.
The
and
wheels
keep
are
on
very
rolling.
nice. Oh, and the raptors just fall from the sky.
No.
Alright, you can have the 1-up.
What, you need it?
Nope. We both need it, so
Oh.
I got it last time. Throw me a wheel. Pass the stones, Dan.
Alright, here's the boss.
I think it's another, like, T-Rex thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's time up, wrong side.
I think there's a money spot on him where you can't get hurt. If I remember right. Almost
That's
got
it,
him.
He's done.
See him turning red, you know. You almost got him. There we go. Get in my belly.
Old Mac's gonna be crying again.
Look at that. You know, I'm...
Great, you've done it. You've done it, Dave. You're freeing all the girls. The Neanderthals took them all
I'm
over.
gonna wake up with a mouthful of cold sores
I
here.
know,
All
how
these
about it?
kisses from these different women here.
Oh.
Got the bones, Dan. Got the bones.
Did I?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, T-Rex. He gives you meat when you beat him. Nice.
Oh.
It's all good. I think there's more up
I
here.
hate it. Fire.
Alright, Dan, it's up to you.
Oh.
It's up to Dan now.
I don't get why they run off.
The flame is a good one to have. If I remember at the boss at the end, you can beat him a little quicker. Oh. Oh, dirty.
Dirty.
So we're planning on doing more of this series in the future. We'll probably put some surveys out on Facebook to see what games you would like us to play.
We're trying to do 2-player games.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
We might do some versus games where,
Yeah.
you know, Tecmo Super Bowl or something where we play each other.
Oh, come on. This is cheap.
But yeah, we'll see what you guys want. See what you guys want to see us play and go from there.
Boss man. Oh, I remember this guy. He's a nasty.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy.
If anyone can name this dinosaur, Dan will pay you $10.
Yeah, don't even try that. That's the funny thing with him, too. You don't know if he's going to go underneath.
And he takes so long to beat.
Open up.
Oh, my goodness. You can only hit him once every turn, too.
Oh,
And then if
like
you don't
that,
hit him,
you're
then you have to
done.
wait another 20, 30 seconds before you can hit him again. But
Yeah, just a matter of dodging him, man.
there you go.
Oh, come on. I hate that when it doesn't do what I tell
Yeah.
him to do.
Sometimes you do the somersault jump when you don't want to, and then other times when you want a somersault jump, it doesn't work. See, I think if you had the flame, every
It
time you hit
catches
him,
him.
it would take one. You've hit him twice with the bone, and it hasn't taken any life off him.
Yeah.
So, just finding what weapon works best.
Oh, nothing like laying there. Nothing like laying there.
Up.
Up. No,
Game
I thought
over.
it was unlimited continues.
That's all right. It's not a very long game, so I
Wouldn't
mean,
take long to get
even if
back
we
there
wanted to
again.
play it again, you know, seriously, you can beat it in less than an hour. But that was Joe and Mac,
Yep.
and the first episode of DGR Game On. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like we said, we'll be throwing some more options out there, see what you guys want to see us play. But Dan, any final thoughts on Joe and Mac?
Joe and Mac, a lot of fun. Just check it out sometime if you haven't.
A lot of different options. There's PC, Super Nintendo, Genesis, NES.
Right, and they all vary a little bit.
They do vary a little bit. Super Nintendo is probably the best version.
In my opinion.
Genesis was a lot of fun. I think I may have played that before. But thanks for watching.
Thanks.
And we'll see you soon.